Welcome to session 12 of our study of the book of Revelation. With our session today, we are reaching the conclusion of our study of this magnificent book, the last book of the Bible. Today, you'll have the opportunity to hold up Revelation 21 and 22 alongside Genesis 1 and 2. We'll be looking at the first two chapters of the Bible up alongside the last two chapters of the Bible. If you do any sort of a quick Google search for images on Revelation, or if you just type in Revelation in the search bar on YouTube, and you'll come up with a lot of images like this: a comet striking the earth, or the atmosphere being burned up, all sorts of dire cataclysmic images. And the average reader is, as I've mentioned before, terrified of the book. And how sad is that? See, Revelation does not end with the earth being blown up. It does not end with a comet striking the earth. How does Revelation end? Revelation 22 shows us the river of life. Think about the famous old hymn, "Yes, we'll gather at the river, the beautiful river, gather with the saints at the river that flows by the throne of God." Think about this water imagery from Psalm 23. "He leadeth me beside the still waters, he restoreth my soul." It's a fairly lengthy passage, but I want to read also from Ezekiel 47, 1 through 9. "Then he brought me back to the door of the temple, and behold, water was issuing from below the threshold of the temple toward the east, for the temple faced east. The water was flowing down from below the south end of the threshold of the temple toward the altar. Then he brought me out by way of the north gate, and he led me around on the outside to the outer gate that faces toward the east, and behold, the waters trickling out on the south side. Going on eastward with a measuring line in his hand, the man measured 1,000 cubits, and then he led me through the water, and it was ankle deep. Again he measured 1,000 and led me through the water, and it was knee deep. Again he measured 1,000 and led me through the water, and it was waist deep. Again he measured 1,000, and it was a river that I could not pass through, for the water had risen. It was deep enough to swim in, that could not be passed through. And he said to me, Son of man, have you seen this? Then he led me back to the bank of the river. As I went back, I saw on the bank of the river very many trees, on the one side and on the other. And he said to me, This water flows toward the southern region and goes down into the Arabah, that is the Dead Sea, and enters the sea. When the water flows into the sea, the water will become fresh." So imagine that, this river of life that he envisions in Ezekiel 47, when it flows into the Dead Sea, a sea which is quite literally dead because of the salinity content, the minerals in it. When the river of life hits the Dead Sea, it becomes fresh. And this image is repeated in Revelation, that there's a river for the healing of the nations, a river for the healing of the whole world. Jesus, in speaking to the Samaritan woman at the well, spoke of living water. He said, "The water that I will give him will become in him or her a spring of water welling up to eternal life." The water that I will give him will become in him or her a spring of water welling up to eternal life. Peter refers to the water of baptism that saves. So in Revelation 22, we see this image of the river of life. that flows from the throne of God. Please ignore all the images of disaster and end of the world and God blowing everything to bits images. Erase all of that from your minds. When we get to the close of Revelation, we get to the perfect ending of a magnificent book. For here at the end of the book, there is a river for the healing of the nations. A river for the healing of the nations. And the tree of life is said to be on either side of the river. If you flip back to Genesis 2, we encounter the tree of life. And here we see the same tree, the tree of life, on either side of the river of life. The tree of life for the healing of the nations, which sits on either side of the bank of the river of life. Of the water of life, which Jesus spoke of, flows limitlessly. Of the water of life, which Ezekiel saw in his vision in chapter 47, the water of life, which is in this river that flows from the throne of God, this water of life which has the tree of life for the healing of the nations on each side, flows limitlessly for all who are faithful, for all who call upon the name of Christ. What a wonderful ending to this wonderful book. Enjoy your discussion.